Hey, this is DJ Shortbus, and believe it or not, this is a character who can tank with personal force field. Alright, so Shootin Star is a mix of munitions and force powers. And as you can see, we've got a regular force field block for her powers. Basically, headcanon-wise, she's like a mutant who was born and she picked up some toy guns and actually shot something and knocked things over. And that's how we found out she had powers. So, she's got a standard energy builder. We've got the frag grenade. I believe it's got the cut and scrapes advantage, so we can get some debuff for, I think it's physical or piercing damage or something like that. Alright, so of course we got the two-gun mojo for doing some DPS. And then we've also got the bullet hail. And one of the key things here is we've got the wall of bullets advantage. And as you can already see, we're building up a force field when we're doing that. The slotted passive we've got right now is just the offensive one for force, which works fine with munition stuff. And we've got that for the gravity power, so we can do more damage. That's kind of a cool thing, for when you just gotta, DPS somewhere. And Endorphin Rush, we've got that in addition to our active defense of power surge, or force field surge, or whatever, so we can replenish our force field, or just get a force field if we're not in the defensive role. But the Endorphin Rush is nice with two-gun mojo for getting back your health while you're also, doing stuff to get your force field going. And we're just using concentration. This is, as you may have noticed earlier, we're using ego for our primary super stat, and that all just works fine there. Okay, so we're going to switch things up just a little bit here to go to tank roll, and we've got the personal force field in our slotted passive. And right here, I'm just going to show you that, yes, you can use the bullet hail with the wall of bullets advantage to basically increase the size of the force field, or the strength of it, make the numbers bigger. It's a temporary thing if you're going above what the force field has, but if your force field is low, you can replenish it with this power. You can do something similar with, I think it's dual blades, Eye of the Storm. Anything else that does damage absorption can actually be used to fix the force field. Now, why they don't add damage absorption to, a force power, I don't know. I think it would be really good with that one that does like the pulsing waves type thing. To me, it makes sense. You're tanking, you're kind of keeping things off, and you're kind of, I don't know, pushing out with a force. All right, so next we're going to go do the test in the QWZ. Alright, so we've gone to the QWZ, also known as the Glyphothic War Zone, and we're just going to go do one fight. Because honestly, I think if you can get through this fight and defeat everything that's in it, you can defeat anything that's out here. Now, I'll admit I've got full distinguished on this character, but I earned that with this build. And yes, it makes it a little bit easier, but well, of course it does, duh. You can start off with a set of blue gear and go ahead and do it. Now, of course, we're going to jump over those guys because we want to go attack the Nightmare Demolisher and his henchmen. All right, so like any other time when you're fighting with these guys, it's generally easier to start with the two little guys, if you want to call them that, and take them out first, and then you can play with the Nightmare Demolisher. And, block a lot, make sure you're doing stuff to get your health back and stuff. You'll watch my health, and I get in trouble a couple times here, but I don't die. It's kind of fun. I get knocked around a lot, called Susan, yeah. Was it a Blink Man? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Alright, so we've taken one out, now we're working on to the second one. Make sure we got the right guy targeted, we're blocking, we're using our two-gun mojo to try to get some power back or try to get some health back with the Endorphin Rush. And we're blocking some more here. We almost got this guy, but we don't want to screw it up. Maybe get ourselves some more time, get a potion back. I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe use our personal force field when it comes back. All right, so we've got the second guy taken out. We're just down to the Nightmare Demolisher, and you know, he's of course got his things that are not our friends. He's got his buff that basically says if you're using range damage and or AoEs, it's not going to do as much damage as just a single target melee attack. So that way you can't, if you're going to sit there and kite him all day and make his work tougher, well, it's going to be tougher on you too. So yes, that's we're doing kiting stuff. And of course, what you really want to be careful of when you're doing this is making sure that if you get knocked around, you do not get knocked into that group that's down that way in the alley or down the other way in the valley. You don't want to get knocked up the hill and aggro the guys up there. I want to say there's like a little group of the imps up there. Those guys almost ruined my day there. Yeah. But as you can see, we've already built up our force field again. We've got the health now. It's like time is on our side. You know, barring the idea of, I don't know, internet disconnection, power outage, hands getting sweaty and slippery or something. I don't know, hands getting covered with Cheeto dust. Whatever your problem is. You know, somebody saying it's now your turn to take out the trash and it stinks and you need to do it now if you want to, you know, still have some civility in the house. Whatever it is, you know, it's a little bit of a long fight, but at the same time, it's like a really good example of here you are taking repeated damage over and over again, but you can replenish it, you can control it, you can get your health back, and you can get your force field back. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.